What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another live. And as you know, if you have any questions, go in the chat and I'm going to go through some of your questions. So, that topic of today, and I'm doing this because I really want to help as many as I can. People that want to start a career in IT. And obviously, for you to do it the right way, the modern way. Now, the way most people go through it, because I still see many people doing the wrong things. One, they end up going through this entire process that takes 6 months, a year, maybe more, just to get an entry level job. And again, you cannot afford to get an entry level job based on how the economy is right now. So, again, any questions, guys, let me know. And yes, I'm back from there. We just passed through Canada. And yes, I ended up meeting this student, Adam, you know, really great guy. So come on, guys, any questions? I have about 40 minutes. Now, for those of you watching, let me know if you are new in IT. Let me know what you're working on, how you go about getting your first, starting your IT career. Because I know there are so many ways on how to do that, like so many ways. One of them, you obviously end up getting a bachelor's degree. That's one. The other one, and there are a lot of them. Pay $5, $10, $20,000 for an IT boot camp, let's say. And there are many other ways based on how many other YouTubers go about it, and how to do it. And one thing that I noticed is all of them, either they take a long time or they cost too much. And if that's what you see out there, that means that it's normal, right? Like if you see that a lot of these IT boot camps cost that much, that means, well, it's normal. But it shouldn't be. Oh, I see that many people get to an entry level job. So that's normal. And it makes sense because if I'm new in IT, obviously I'm going to get to an entry level job. But once again, there are a better ways on how to go about it. That way you end up now with an entry level job that's going to fucking pay you like 17, even $20 an hour. That's what I don't get, Obviously, you're getting an IT to get a good job in IT that will pay you well. And I see many people like be okay with a $17, $20 pay job in IT. And once again, I don't get it, because why you have to go through all this process, probably maybe you for months, maybe more than a year, probably paying so much money for you to end up getting a job that will pay you $20. I mean, that doesn't have any logic at all for me, because you can get any job now that can pay you $20 and you don't need to have anything. They're like Amazon, like UPS pay you probably that much, Now let's go through some questions. So I'm in a crossroads, bachelor's, coding, networking, or DevOps. I'm new in IT, just wants 5 years of experience and all this BS. So let me tell you something really quick about, so I'm going to answer that question. I don't know what's your first name, but you see, the advice guidance you got up to this point, that's probably all fucked up. Because if you're new in IT, you should not, that's fine if you don't know exactly what you need to do. This is not like, oh, I haven't decided if I want to become a DevOps engineer, or to go with networking, or to go with coding, or to do with probably cloud, or to do with cybersecurity. Like, that doesn't matter a lot. I mean, at all. That really doesn't matter. Why? Because it comes down to how can I get my first job in IT sooner than fucking later. And a good job is going to help you for you to then go and do whatever you want. That's also the other thing that many people have in mind. Like, okay, if I want to become, or if I want to get to a cloud engineer position, I need to get to cloud IT certifications. And once again, that's not true. Or if I want to become a cybersecurity engineer, I need to get IT certifications related to that. entry level ones, obviously, because I'm new in IT. And again, that's no bueno. That's no good. That's not the way of doing it. Remember what you have to have in mind. How can I get a job in IT sooner than later? And that means in the next 4 months. And a job that's gonna pay me well, a job that's not an entry level job. Because this is something I tell everyone: an entry level job, it's not gonna help you. There is not much value that you are able to gain, you know, in order for you to move up to a higher position. And again, I know that many people may go against it, but I don't care. But you do not get that much value out of entry level jobs. There is no value you get because you're gonna end up, helping a user. Okay, something happened, but we're back. So you don't get that much value on helping a user to fucking like reset a password, or for you to set up a fucking printer, or for you to fucking map the network drive of the user, or for you to probably troubleshoot, a connection with the client, the user, because they cannot connect to VPN because probably they forgot about the password, they probably forgot some credentials, or again, depending how they're connecting to VPN. But that's the thing. That's no value on that at all. And I know many people be like, "Oh yeah, that's things that no, you don't." That's people that are so fucking close mind, like really close mind. And because they end up doing it that way, now they want you to do it the same way, And that's the thing. You borrow other people's reality instead of you looking for the one that's gonna work better for you. So, what other questions you have? I make $22 as a warehouse guy. Would you love to make over 60K a year to start in IT? That's not difficult. 60, 75K first job in IT, that's easy, very possible. You see, because you don't know how to go about it, man. Alonso, you don't know how to go about it. Okay? You do not know how to go about it. And then you have this mentality because that's what probably the guidance you got from most people, and probably using many jobs that are looking for years of experience. They're not looking for years of experience. They're not looking for that. Now you're probably asking, so what the hell they're looking for? And again, I can go, it's a lot of it behind it. And I don't know if I want to go there because it's too much that I have to share for you to just be like, okay, I think now I see, like what's going on. But no, they're not looking for experience. They're looking for someone that can get the job done. So at that point, you're probably asking, what do you mean someone that can get the job done? But what about, well, how can I demonstrate that I can get the job done if I don't have any experience? So you see, it's like the whole process. But yes, they're not looking for experience. Like a student of mine end up with a 60K job, 4 months, new in IT, no bachelor's, network analyst. Network analyst, first job in IT, 60K. And he has no bachelor's degree. He's about to take the CCNA. So he doesn't even have the CCNA yet. He's about to get it, I think, on a week or two. Or probably this week. I have to check on that. But he's already working as a network analyst, first job in IT. Now, you see, imagine that if he has that thinking of, well, I need a bachelor's degree, or I need 3 years of experience, all this fucking bullshit. You see, that's exactly what's holding many of you back. Oh, I don't have this, so not even, why even try? Oh, I don't have that, so why even try? Oh, I need to wait for me to get this or for me to gain this. Like, no, that's once again, that's BS. Totally BS. And again, you cannot afford to get an entry level job right now based on how the economy is and based on how it's gonna get the next few months. You cannot afford a fucking entry level job. And I still seen so many people that really want to get a job in IT. They want to start their IT career, and yes, they're doing it all fucking wrong. They go after the A plus, the network plus, the security plus, the Linux plus, and all this fucking bullshit. They end up memorizing the questions to pass. Like, it's just, oh my god, and there are thousands of them out there. you know. Jorge, what's up? Saludos desde New York. What's going on, man? New York. Udemy, where do you learn this job because you don't want to mess up your network? What? You don't want to mess up their network. Man, I don't know who's giving you some advice, Alonso. But those questions you're asking, that tells me a lot about your thinking or how you go about after your IT career. Yeah, that's no bueno. David, didn't I get back to you? Because I already talked to a lot of the students today. Text me, David, right now. If you have my number, text me. But just don't put the number on the chat, because then everyone is gonna text me. So text me, David. So let's see, not yet. So, oh, there we go. Hey, so here's David. I think it's crazy. By the end, I will finish. Okay, David, let's set up some meeting for tomorrow. Let's set up. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's set up a meeting for tomorrow. I'm gonna text you right back to set up to come up with the time. Probably some people may be thinking that I'm fucking like this is BS. Oh shit, not the number. Anyways, well, no, he texts me. Can I know? Probably some of you be like, "Yeah, this guy's just making shit up." No, I'm not. Okay, what do you recommend to get into IT? Probably asking you to repeat yourself. It's a process. Even this is one thing that I need you to get out of me or to know from me, and that's one. Not only you need to know what you need to do, but how you do it. And then I know that's something that probably no one has ever said to you. That one thing is know what to do, and many people just go with that. Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, let me go and do that. But they never take the time even to ask, like, okay, if that's what I need to do you know how I need to go about doing it? Because if I go and I said, you need to take your Cisco CCNA, you're gonna be like, oh, thank you, and then you're gonna go and get all this bullshit online because it's so much related to content training related to Cisco CCNA, and probably you're gonna go about it and get it the wrong way, and probably 2 months into it, 3 months, and you'll be like, hey, I got my CCNA, like just I did exactly what you said, Jorge. I got my Cisco CCNA, and I end up, looking for some jobs, but I couldn't get one. Like I couldn't. So what's going on? I don't know, man. You see, that's the thing, because it's not just about the Cisco CCNA. It's about the way that you go about it. And this is not, well, can you tell us? No, because it will take me fucking 30, 45 minutes just to tell you, for you to just get an idea. It's a fucking process on how you go about getting your Cisco CCNA. And obviously, too, what you do before the Cisco CCNA. Because I know, because that was me, you probably don't even know how to learn. You probably don't even know how to learn. You probably go through some videos the way that most people go through it. You probably go through books the way that most people go through it. You probably do research online the way that most people do it. And you see, that matters. The way that you do those things, the way that you go through a video, the way that you listen to an audio, the way that you do research online, the way that you go through a book, the way that you do labs, because I know some of you are probably working on some labs and hands-on. The way that you do that too matters a lot. So this is not or anything to do with you knowing that information. Jorge, I went through the book a few times. I went through so many videos. Like I know all the topics related to CCNA, and yeah, that's probably you. But if you cannot educate people about it in a way for them to be like, wow, this was new to me, and you make it like so simple for me to get, like, wow, I totally get it. Or for you to storytell, or for you to be able to present it in a way for people to see an image on what you're saying and kind of like create a scenario out of it. Like there are many things in between. And if you don't know how to do that, that's no bueno. I'm in a unique circumstance, Jorge. How can I email you? What's your unique circumstance, man? It's all about At the end of the day, it's getting either your first job in IT or to upgrade the job that you have to a better one. It just really comes down to that. You either get your first job in IT or move up to a better one. It really comes down to that, right? It's just not fucking unique circumstance. That's the end goal. So let's focus on the end goal, right? That's what I like, man. Like, how many of you are new in IT? Like, really, like, be honest. I'm new. I'm barely kind of like seeing how I'm gonna go about it. Obviously looking for me to get my first job in IT. Like, how many of you? And obviously, too, if you already have a job in IT, let me know by the title. Be like, this is my position right now. That way I get an idea, That way I can give you more feedback based on that. Can we get the CCNA in 2 months following your methods? Yes, if you have the time, because this is no BS. You can get the CCNA over the weekend. Most people do that over the weekend. They buy the questions and they memorize the questions. 48 hours, they just memorize. And next week they have no fucking. And I know many people may think of it, that's not true. Yeah, that's many people who do that. They take 2-3 days and memorize the entire questions. And they end up getting the Cisco CCNA thinking, yes, I'm going to be able to get my first job, because that's exactly what many people say, get your Cisco CCNA. But that's not how it works. Once again, you have to learn the topics the right way, in a way that's going to help you for you to get the job. And most people really don't know how to do that. So I see, wow, success with Vivian C. I'm new in IET. So what does that mean, new? Like, meaning, like, are you looking to start, or you are in the process and starting anything right now? Anthony Burns, network analyst. Anthony, how long you been working as a network analyst, and how long you been in IT? What's considered new? New mean like you don't have a job in IT. That's new. And that can be new, like, I want to get in IT, but I have no idea. Oh, I want to get in IT and I'm working at it. Like, I'm studying my A plus, or I'm studying my network plus, so I'm going on a bachelor's degree or something. That's new. Okay. If you have any job, even if it's an entry level job, that means that you work in IT. So that's not new, because you already have a job in IT, even though it's an entry level job. Now, 2 years. Anthony, I don't get it, man. Why 2 years as a network analyst? Like, why? Like, who told you have to be a network analyst for 2 years? Like, who told you that? You see, I think you either adapt or you borrow the reality of someone else, and you never question it. And it's normal for you thinking, well, I've been in this company for 2 years as a network analyst. It's okay, because I see many people doing that. Like, no. Like, that student, and I don't know how long it took you for you to get a network analyst, but you see, this recent student ended up getting no limit. Let me remember your name. No limit. Promise. Follow up. No limit. Tell me your name. That way I think I know who you are. Did you end up paying the 77 membership? Not a full amount, just the 77. Team, the one that ended up getting a CEO job in 4 months. They end up learning everything. Transitioning. Yes, you got the membership, right? The 77. Yep. Okay, I think I know. I think I remember now. Okay. Did you ever get my phone number? No, right? No, I don't provide that to the members. Okay. You got my email. Send me an email right now. Tim, send me an email right now, and I make sure to schedule you for tomorrow. But right now, so that I can see it's coming through and I can get your reply. Okay. So going back, I'm new. No job will have my CCNA. What do you mean? You have the CCNA, but you're new. I'm new, but don't have no job will have my CCNA. Can you tell me more about how is that you? Okay, yeah, I wait for 2 minutes. Once I get it, I reply back to you. Tim. Now, Anthony, going back, I don't know if Anthony's still here because now I'm going through. So, okay, let me go back because I see many of you that end up saying something. So, Luis, CCNA in 2 months? Yes, but if you have the time, because many people don't have the time. That's the thing. Many people want a high-paying job in IT, but they don't do what it takes. They do not do what it takes. All wrong. Either or. And I see a lot more that they think it's easy when it's not easy. It's a lot of dedication and commitment. And if you don't have like discipline and dedication and commitment, I don't think you can get to a high-paying job in IT sooner than later. I don't think that can happen. So, wow, success, no job in IT yet. Doing AWS practitioner. Kim join as member of mentorship advice. Thank you for your channel. Ken to join as member for mentorship advice. Okay, who told you that you need the AWS practitioner? Who told you that? Because I know there's so many people saying that. Like, you want to get into cloud, you need to get your cloud certifications. That's BS. That's not true. That's just, I can argue with whoever you want that that's BS. No, there are better ways on how to go about it. Like, so many better ways. It is possible to get a network engineer job with no experience. Someone reached out to me for an interview, but I don't have my CCNA yet. This is for an entry-level network engineer in New York. I don't know who reached out. I mean, that's the thing. How can someone reach out to you if you don't have anything to do with IT? Maybe if you tell me more about how they end up reaching out to you, how is it they? And that's the other thing too. Not because someone reached out to you, that means they are interested in you. That's another thing that I notice many people when they're like, "Oh yeah, Jorge, there are many recruiters reaching out to me, and they think that you're special. You're not. I'm sorry, but you're not. That's their job, reaching out to 20, 25 people a day. That's what they do. So they don't probably even take a look much of your background or what you have going on. They just need to talk to people every day. Every day they need to talk to people. So not because someone reach out to you, that means they're really interested in you. I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying most of the time. So we need to talk because that's big BS. You do not need your AWS practitioner because here's the thing, guys. You need to get a good job in IT. And what that means, a good job in IT, it's a job that's going to pay you between 60 up to 75K. That's a good job in IT. Number two, a job that it's not an entry level job. Not an entry level job. What's not an entry level job? A job that is related to help desk, service desk, field services. Many people may think of it like, oh, field services is not an entry level job. In my book, yes. Desktop support, it's a fucking entry level job. You're fucking doing the same thing the help desk do. The difference is you go face to face with the customer, the end user. That's it. That's the only difference. The help desk don't know shit. They couldn't figure that out. So they send the incident, the ticket to desktop team. That way they go to the end user and be like, okay, what's going on? What's not working? But that's an entry level job. Now, maybe a desktop engineer, depending on what you do, now you're probably doing a lot more related on the server side of it, then yeah, that probably it's not an entry level job, but that all depends. But many of them entry level jobs. So what's a good job in IT? First job has to be something that's analyst and support and admin positions. Anything that ends with analyst, support, and admin positions. Anything of those, and that can be a network admin, network analyst, network support, or that can be a system admin, system analyst, system support. Like that. Then that's a good job, first job in IT. And from there, because that's the job that you're going to be able to learn a lot of things, be able to be exposed to technologies and projects that hands-on needed, that really helps for you to become more valuable to in order for you to go up your IT career, you know? Why did you drop out, man? and email me. Let me know what the hell happened. $130K, it's not difficult in 2 years, man. Tim, it's not difficult when you end up doing the right things. And it seems that you have the right background, meaning on how you go about hustling and be able to learn quick based on the conversation I have with you. But yeah. Now, there's a thing, guys. There's other thing too. Like, I don't know, should I say it or no? No, I don't think I'm gonna say it. So I'm gonna get a lot. I don't want you. No. Okay, let me continue in the comments, and probably I say depending on the comments or questions. No, but Tim, no, for you that was yes. You can get it in 2 years, man. 130K 2 years. 130K in 2 years seems unreal just at starting point. Yes, that's unreal for you, man. That's just it. That's just unreal for you because you're not open to the possibility. And let me tell you how you go about it. So I really need you to take notes, okay? Okay. So here we go. 4 or 5 months, you get your first job in IT that will pay you 60 up to 75K. First job in IT. And again, not entry level one, let's say analyst, admin position. Now you have that job, right? You get it in 5 months, let's say. Okay. Now you're going to stay on that job for about 6 months. Obviously, you're going to keep continually educating yourself on the right things, not for you to be on YouTube and fucking Udemy and all this all over the fucking place. Like, no, there is a process you go through, follow, but you continually educate yourself for 6 months. And again, at that point, you already have your network analyst position, but you go 6, 7 months the most. And then you go and apply for an engineer level position. Engineer level position. Many of my students have done it. So this is no BS. Like it's done. This is not like let's see, let's hope, let's figure this out, like it's done. Not once, not twice, many times. Second job in IT, engineer level position. So at that point, you're now earning 90 to 100K. And you are about 1 year into your IT career. You decided today, I want to start my IT career. 1 year from now, you have a 90K or a 6-figure income. Now, at that point, how long you stay there? About 9 months. Maybe a year, it's up to you, depending how much are you learning. At the same time, you keep continually educating yourself. Now, what does that mean based on time? That's you putting about 15, probably up to 20 hours a week. But let's say 15, 12 to 15. That's something that anybody, it doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter you have a family or not. You can come up with 12 up to 15 hours every fucking week if you really want to. Now, again, you get your engineer level position in 1 year from now. You stay on that job for about 9 months, continually educating yourself. And now you move up to a senior level position that's going to pay you between 120 to 140K. And that's the way that you fucking do it. But you see, many people will be like, oh, that's not happening. That's not true because I have many friends that work in IT. And yes, because they're fucking losers, because they're working in IT for so many years. They're fucking closed mind. They're fucking settled for any, like, a lot of people have standards, and they never questions that standards they have from themselves. And that's the reason why many people just settle for the 60K job, the 70K job, and they've been working there for 1, 2, 3 years. That sucks. Like when I talk to people and they like, Jorge, I've been working in IT for the last 3 years. That's great, man. What job do you have? Oh, I'm a system admin. Oh, okay. So how much you're earning? Oh, about 70K, bro. You've been working in IT for 3 years, 70K. Come on. Like, really? What the hell is wrong with you, man? What do you mean? You should be earning like 6 figures, man. What the hell? But that's because the way they've been conditioned, that advice they end up getting. What the hell where's my fucking mouse? Do you offer info with the MB? What the hell is an MB? Do you offer info with the MB? Oh, the membership? You're talking about the membership? I'm trying to build like you. Boom. In the theater now currently. I'm in theater. Theater? What? have to see success internally before you see it externally. Thank you. You see, that's one thing that we agree on, Tim. That's totally true. And that's one thing, guys, with me, that's one thing that you end up learning. We start from working from inside out because a lot of you have beliefs and you have stories holding you back. And I can teach you that way. And I can show you, like there are students that have done it. And you're going to always find no. It happened to them because of this, because of that. You're going to always come up with something that it's not going to happen to me. And that's because, once again, you have stories and you have beliefs that are holding you back. And before you're going to end up doing something, boom, it's just going to go through a process and you're done. People who settle for what the people around them instead of following someone who had was really want. Who wouldn't want to make six figures? It works. The thing, who wouldn't, right, to make six figures? But most people don't. And IT, many of them don't. And if you really take a look at the community, you're going to find like many people, like a lot of them, they've been working in IT for more than 3-5 years. And they are not earning six figures. And many of them don't even have an engineer level position, even though they've been working in IT for the last 5 years. And that's no bueno, that's just not good. New to IT, many help desk jobs I'm looking require certs are YouTube. What? Where do you begin? I will be one of the students who will achieve the goal. Yeah, six figures is better than the 40K manual level. Let me go to Jeremy. New to IT, many help desk jobs I'm looking are require certs or a year or two of experience. Okay, Jeremy, if that's your worldview, right? If that's your worldview, so can you explain to me how is that students, the most recent one, end up getting a network analyst position in 4 months? No background in IT and no bachelor's, by the way. Totally new in IT. 4 months, 60K network analyst. How? You you can even do this. I'm Candice Strong. Candice, you can even do this on your own if you want to. Me, it's you get to the process a lot faster. That's basically what it comes down to. You get to the entire process a lot faster. But yeah. So let's see. I will be one of the students who will achieve. Okay, six figures. Okay, what is your view working for? I'm gonna answer that one question, Alonso, that contractor thing. Okay, great. New IT help desk jobs working required. So yes, I mean that's just probably you saw a live I had last night. Let me show you. This is a community that I have inside. It's a really good community. Tim, by any chance do you got access to that community? There. This was last night, and you can probably read there. That was a student about, what was it, a few years back. He ended up going through the entire coaching program, and he's 27 years old now, not before, now. He's earning more than 200K. Can you see that? No, probably yes. Well, more than 200K, working 2 jobs from home. And by the way, he is a high school dropout, just like me, just a high school dropout, working 2 jobs from home, DevOps, cloud engineer. Now, he's one of those guys that don't say, oh, that's not real, that's not happened to me. This guy, that's kind of the difference. They see success and they're like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. He went with it and he got results, just like that. Candice, you can email me, Candice, here, but you have to be serious, so I don't joke. And this is for Candice, not for someone else. So no one message me but Candice. She's requesting like, hey, I want to know more about what you offer. Yeah, I shot that one in Canada because I went past through there. because he lives in Canada. Adam. Which video should we watch first? What do you mean, which video? There are two videos that I have that you can go through that explain everything, by the way. I have those two videos. I think it takes about 45 minutes to go through both videos because I go very in detail on exactly what you need to do and how to go about it. You know, it's like about 6, 7 steps you cannot go through it, and how to really architect your IT career, but just based on getting your first job in IT. You know, it's like it's just there, you know. No, I haven't got that email, man. I haven't got your email. I haven't got your email. I'm looking at it and I haven't got your email. No. And I don't know where you're sending that email to because I haven't got it, man. What are those two videos? What are those two videos? I will yeah, I will probably look at it. I will look at it. I will look at it. Those two videos right now for all of you to go through. I know they're in the YouTube channel. I just don't know which are the titles of them. But yeah, I will probably post them. The names, I don't know freaking names. Let me see. Let me really quick kind of go back, and if I find one, I'm gonna be able to give it to the other one. So let me take a look really quick on the list that I have. Let's see. Cover, how to. No, that's not it. That's not it. The jobs, no. Pass, no. CompTIA, here's why. IT engineer. No. Advanced your IT career. No. Where? I don't even know where they are. How to start? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not hacking your way to. Really? Did I delete those videos? What the heck? I don't see them. I'll probably post them later. But yes, I don't know why I don't have those here. How to marketing, operating, advanced, your mistakes, part one, part two. No, I don't have them. That's weird. Yeah, I probably have it on another channel. So hey Jorge, there are some videos not working in the fundamentals part two section. Is that on purpose? Yes, it is. Now send me a message, man, that we can talk about it. I give you that to particular. So yeah. Whoa. Who the heck is this? So I'm gonna go do here. Yes, I got it, Tim. I got your email now. I got your email. Now, guys, this is something that's really up to you. For those of you, I can give you 2 calls with me, and I can give you the entire process. That's for the membership if you want to. Only 3 people, because I don't have that much time next week to talk to people this week. Only 3 people. You can look into that there, and you can see everything that you get if you want to do it. And I'm gonna look for those 2 videos. So going back, guys. So going back. So once again, let me kind of go through because I don't have that much time. I'm gonna go for 10 minutes on this. And the way that I'm gonna go about it, that's how I end up doing a lot of my videos. And what would I tell myself? You know, when I was going through my IT career, when I didn't know any better, I know probably some of you know that I went through 3 jobs, all of them entry-level jobs. My first job in IT was an entry-level job. My second job in IT was an entry-level job. My third job in IT was an entry-level job. And obviously, my second job paid me more than my first job. My third job paid me more than my second job. But all 3 entry-level jobs, all 3 of them, because I didn't know any better. I did exactly what many people advise me, guide me to do, because I went to the IT community and I'm like, hey, I don't know what the hell am I supposed to do here, but I want a career in IT. And I end up doing exactly what everyone else told me. And that's how I end up going through my IT career, not knowing any better. So what would I tell my younger version of myself? You know, when I was in my early 20s, kind of going through my IT career. Number one, I will be like, forget about everything that you know about how to start your IT career. Any advice you got, any guidance that you got up to this point, like forget it, like delete all of it. because that's going to hold you back. Right now, let's start fresh. So how you going to go about getting your first job in IT? And I know probably you've been getting advice, guidance. Oh, you need to get your entry level IT certifications. Go with the A plus, the Network plus, or go with the Google IT professional certification, that entry level one. Or if you want to go on cloud, go with AWS practitioner and all this bullshit. Don't do that. The first thing that you need to do, you have to take the time to know how to learn, because that's no point for you to learn technical things, topics, if you have no idea on how you're going to go about and learn and study and process that. No fucking idea. So that's one thing that you need to do first. Like, you see, when someone gets to me, and probably I have some students here watching, that's the first thing I give them access to. I give them access to that one module, how to learn. Because yes, it matters a lot how you go about it. That's the first thing. The second thing, we're going to be like, okay, now let's get a Cisco CCNA, but let's do that the right way. That way that's going to help you the most. That way that's going to really help you for you to be able to do all these things necessary in order for you to get the job. Because again, it matters how you end up learning the technical topics. So, okay, let's go and fucking do that. And there are many to a storytelling related to and how you're going to position market yourself in the IT market, how you're going to go and be able to persuade, influence a process when you go through that job interview process, for you to differentiate yourself from everyone else. You see things that you will not get from an IT fucking boot camp. And that's kind of like the big picture. Obviously, in those two videos, I go more in detail about it. But here's the thing, like, do you want something like sooner or later? Like, how fast you want to hyping job in IT? So that's one thing for you to ask yourself. And that's, I'm not going to listen to someone if that person don't have a hyping job in IT. Well, what would you do, really? Now, let's say, right, you have two people in front of you. They both work in IT, and they're both giving you advice. And I know, because that happened to me when I didn't know any better, that you go based on the advice and guidance they give you. And you don't question the position they have, the income they have. But you, once again, the only thing you know is, yeah, these two guys work in IT and they're giving me advice how to do that myself. And because I know they work in IT, that means they know a lot more than me. So obviously, I'm going to listen to them because they have a job in IT and I don't. And I'm just going to go with it. But you never question how much they earn. You don't question the position they have. Now, let's say that you find out, oh, Jorge, I did that. Like, anytime I ask, I make sure they have a good job in IT. And I make sure they're earning six figures. Like, I make sure on that. Carnice, I know I'm not pronouncing Candice. My bad, Candice. I got your email. So I'm going to reply back to you. Okay? So yeah. So now going back on this conversation, but I will get back to you. So, and that's probably something that you don't, did you probably come to me with, Jorge? Yes. I know that advice I'm getting, and guidance, it's from someone that has a six-figure income in IT. So they work in IT, six-figure income, and they have a good position. So the advice that I'm getting is from people like that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's cool. But have you asked yourself how long it took them to get there? Because yes, you can come up to me and be, Jorge, I'm earning $130,000. Okay, that's great. That's the income I want. Okay, and I'm new in IT, so tell me how I go about it. But I have someone else, the same. Yeah, I do have that income too, 130. Yes, and I've been working in IT for so many years too, So yeah, I'm like, okay, so now I have two people in front of me, both earning 130K. Both. They both have an engineer, maybe a senior level position. So that means that I need to listen to both? No. Why? Because now the question is how long it took you to get there. Now, based on that answer, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, because maybe someone took about 10 years, 7 years, let's say, to get there, when someone else probably took 3 years. So who would you rather have that advice from? Someone that has been, they got to 130K in 7 years, or someone that was able to do that in about 3, right? So, and that's something that you never question. You never question that. When someone asks me for, hey, Jorge, so what do you have going on? Like, yeah, I have a lot of things going on, with my job, Network Engineer Academy. But I always go, look at what my students have done. Because a lot of them came with no background in IT, no experience. I don't want to get emotional, but yesterday I ended up meeting this student. Probably some of you know him because he has a channel. And it was really cool. We were talking and everything, and then we took him back to his place. And when he get out of the car, he was like, Jorge, I couldn't live here and this place before IT. So saying that IT changed his life. And he's just 27 years old. So you see, and again, he's earning over 200K. Not one job. I just want to be clear on that. 2 jobs working from home. You know how many people will dream of working from home? I believe millions of people wish what they do, they can do that from home, even if it's not a high income. But they wish that $20 they get paid, that $25 they get paid, probably that $30 they get paid. They wish, dream of, if they can do that from home. Now imagine if you tell them, imagine a job that you can go from work from home, relax because you know your shit, and pay you 6 figures. And on top of that, be able to have 2 of them. That's like a dream come true for most people. For most. Okay. Only macaroni. There is so many messages that I didn't see, and I have to go. So I'm just gonna go through some of them, and I will reply to your messages. So I was a server, no degree. When COVID started 2020, I decided to use my time to get my A+, my Network Plus, my Security Plus, and my CCNA good during 2021, and I'm working as a junior network admin. It's doable with discipline. OMG. I was a server, no degree. I don't know what does that mean, Isaac. A server, no. That means you had a server job, like a server admin or something. Now, how long you been working as a junior network admin? How long you been doing that? And if you don't mind to share that income, that will be great too. That way I get a better idea how you went about it. I just dropped out of college because none of the skills I learned were even close to useful. Of course not, man. That's bullshit. Email sent, thank you. Yes, I got it. Jorge, everything you are saying is right. I wish I have found it sooner, but I went from 45K as a manager at UPS store. Got my CCNA. My first job was 60K, junior network engineer. That's great, Julio. Now my question is, are you still with the same fucking job? And that's not one or many, that's the same job. And I had a lot of spam. Go and do sexy time or something like that. So I'm denied. So let's continue. I just want to learn useful skills that are going to help me land an IT position that earns 100K. What position do you have again? Let me go back. No position. Well, get into the coaching, man. That way you can get 100K in less than a year. Good job. I'm working as a restaurant server. Okay, restaurant server. Okay, no college degree. I started working as a July at 77K. Bro, 57K, that's low, man. I'm sorry. It's low. And that's July. What do you mean July? July last year? Yeah, right, because we're not even in July. How is it you still have that job? That's what I don't get. How is it you still have the job? That's no bueno. I'm just saying. Now I left after 2 years. Now make 110 as a network engineer. Good, Julio. That's good for you, man. Now let's go for something bigger, man, than 110K. I got a student. I know probably you know her. She went from about 100K to 160K. That's good, right? from 100K to 160K. Senior network engineer in a few months. Okay, guys, any other questions or any other questions? I hope to see you, all of you, on the top at one point. All of you. All of you. You know? And again, my advice, you have to condition your mind and to have this standard, okay? About 130K, it's when you have a high paying job in IT. Okay? 130K, that's a high paying job in IT. Yes, that's a video. So do not settle until you get there. And again, it's 3 jobs, guys. For those of you that are new, it's 3 jobs. For those of you that already have 1 job, it's 2 jobs. It's just not that difficult, guys. If you only focus on learning the skills that will get you there. And there are both set of skills, the technical, but that's not for you to be like all over the place learning so much bullshit that you do not need. And the other one, the non-technical. Because once again, if you don't know how to go about and be able to communicate, be able to connect with people, be able to storytell, be able to present what you know, what you have learned to someone else, educate. And that means be able to put a picture in someone else's mind and be able to walk them through that picture and what you are capable of doing based on what they're looking for. If you don't know how to do that, that means everything that you end up learning related to technical is garbage. That means that you don't know shit, because now that puts you with the other 100 people, 1,000 people that end up doing exactly what you end up doing. Now, guys, this is something I said before, and I know that you're gonna remember some of my conversations in the next 6 months, in the next year. What we have right now, the few opportunities left, they're not gonna be there next year. And there will be a lot more people trying to get a job. Right now, there are many, but next year, they will double, probably triple. People wanting to get that job that you want. Entry level job, all the way to engineer level positions. Because how the economy is gonna, because we're gonna go through this massive, massive recession. The economy is gonna crash. And you probably seen this many companies right now, tech companies, the ones that have the money, the resources, they're letting go a lot of people. Netflix, I think they let go 300 people last week. Telsa, they let go a few hundred people last week too. You know, all these companies, you know, and you think everything is like now. No, it's just not fine. What do you mean AWS architect? It's an entry level, man. Jesus. No bueno. Okay. I have to go, guys, because I have a few calls with some of my students. But yeah, we'll probably do another live over the weekend. We'll see how it goes. But I really hope all of you take action one way or another and reach out. Thank you. Why you guys keep asking that man the wrong questions? Thank you. You know, you can tell about a person by the questions they ask. And that's something I learned from a coach I used to have. You know, Jorge, the questions that you ask, that you're asking me, tells me a lot about yourself. And he will break it down to me. You know, you ask these few questions. So now let me tell you about what I see based on these questions that you ask. I can see a lot of how you see the world through your eyes. I see how society has been conditioned you. I see the beliefs, like all of it, and I'm like, I'm like, holy shit, that's so true. Many things that you're saying make so much sense. I'm like, yeah, because the questions that you ask, you can tell a lot about questions about someone by the questions they ask. This is why this is one thing too, guys. Questions can really change your life, because questions can put you to the right direction and take you out from the direction that you were going, if and only if you're asking the right questions. Like, really imagine this, for you to ask this question: is what everyone doing what am I supposed to be doing? Or how is that everyone most end up? I mean, it's just so many things went through my mind. I want to talk about entry level jobs. I want to talk about people who already have the job, so I kind of get confused sometimes on which one to say first. But let's say on an entry level job, like is what everyone doing, getting an getting the first job in IT, an entry level job, the right thing to do, and how they go about it. Because you're gonna find out that that's just not how it works at all. It's just not the way it fucking works at all. Well, let's see. I change. They like to throw about things that has nothing to do with what he's trying to teach. True. Okay, guys. Now I really have to go. So hopefully some of you take some action so that I can see you inside that community. Because I have a training tonight, a really good one, by the way. So yes. Let's see here. Let me see if I can show you something cool. I don't think I have it, but let me see. Questions. The recruiters, current resume. No. Church. No. No. A lot of it's private. Microworking has a CCNA works and help desk. Yeah, many people do that. That's a good one. Many people that have the CCNA work on a entry level job because they don't know how to do it. And they just settle with a $17, $20 job. That's no bueno. Jorge, when at that job of you make friends to keep it on more professional level? I asked this since I planned to only work there for 6 months. Jorge, when at a job do you make friends or keep it on more professional? Bro, I don't. You have to take up your IT career as a business, not to make fucking friends. I'm telling you, not to make any friends. Fuck that. You don't need friends. You need fucking income. You need money. You need pay. You be there for 6 months and you get the fuck out and you go for another job. Now people are like, no, I don't think I want to do that because you're scared. Fucking Brandon. Brandon, that's another successful student, by the way. And I know he's like freaking pulling my leg with that shit. Like, get my CompTIA A+. Brandon, man, if I tell you how much that guy earns, you will not believe it. So I don't even want to tell you that because that's gonna fucking blow your mind. He has like fucking 4 jobs, I think, working from home. And he was on the help. For those of you working on help desk, he was working on help desk, guys. He was working on help desk. And I really need you to listen for those of you that have an entry level job. He was working on help desk. And right now, I think he earns more than 400K working from home. And one of his jobs that he has now is a senior level position as a network engineer doing big shit. What else? And he did it in a year and a half, I think. Right, Brandon? If you're still there, like a year and a half. I don't know. Did Adam told you that we end up meeting 400K? My bad, bro. 400K. My bad. I know for many people that's that number. It's not they cannot register in their brain 430K because when I said you can earn 200K from a 130K in 2 years, many people were like, oh, that's not possible. Oh, I don't think it can be. So yeah, year and a half from 60K to 100K and 1.5 years. Once again, guys, it's possible. You just have to be open to the possibility and fucking go all in. So yeah. Okay, guys, because now I really have to go because I really have a few calls and I have to do a training call and all this good stuff. Brandon, bro, you haven't joined the freaking community, man. You still have the link. Just join, man. Take care, son. Come visit. Take care. Come visit Utah. You're in Utah. Okay, cool. Once I go through there, I'm gonna make sure to reach out, man. And then that flash and college statistics, man. I don't want to quit school for a learner to networking takes time. Take habits. No, it doesn't take time. It's just that you don't know how to learn. I'm sorry, tech habits. I just have to tell how it is. I completed my CompTIA A+. What? Don't say the A+, man. Jorge quit help desk as well. Did for 6 months. Got the A+, and I'm in college. Statistics is killing me, man. I don't want to quit school, Jorge, for learning everything about network. It takes time. No, it doesn't take time. Research how to learn. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now I really have to go. I really have to go. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.